Hello YouTube. What we got here is the most ugliest toolbox on YouTube. I've been a heavy equipment mechanic for 25 years and I've watched a lot of tool review videos and tool tour videos, so I figured I'd put my 2 cents in too. So let's start with the locker. I keep all my cordless tools right there. I just got into automotive. I got out of the heavy equipment field and got into the automotive stuff about 3-4 years ago, so I got a scan tool. I can heavy fabricate too. I've done a lot of welding and fabricating, so I keep my grinding wheels up there. I got a few seals from hydraulic cylinders and stuff like that. I don't even know why I keep that stuff, but anyway, I got a lot of sledgehammers because I beat on a lot of knocker wrenches and a lot of pins and stuff like that. I got some 3/4 drive ratchets down there, 1-inch ratchets, cheater pipes, 1-inch gun. I got Milwaukee 4.5-inch grinder, and I got the snap-on grinder, slide hammer set, scan grip light in the back. This is my locker. Under the hood light, I got a level right there. 3/4 drive fuel, snap-on 1/2-inch. There it is. All right, moving on. All my 1/2-inch drive stuff, up to 1.25 inches in deep and up to 1.5 inches and shallow, and then up to 36 millimeter and shallow, 12-point, 6-point, metric and standard Allens. Got a few extensions down there, whatnot. This toolbox right here is pretty old. My dad gave me this box when I started, so I'm probably guessing this box was built back in the 80s. I mean, it's got old slides on it, and I've just never really gotten rid of it or tried to do anything with it. Somebody has painted it because it's not the original color, but I've never done anything with it but oil the slides and work out of it. But anyway, going down, screwdrivers, I forgot what that is. It's a vacuum, Mighty Vac. Got some angle wrenches. Use them for basically working on pumps, hydraulic pumps, because they're real thin, and hoses and stuff like that. 1/4 inch. I got more 1/4 inch stuff than that. I got a whole other roll cart full of stuff, but drill bits, more drill bits than I know what to do with. Extractors, hole punches, Allen wrenches. This is a 3/8 drawer right here. I have a lot more 3/8 sockets than this. This is just what I got right here. Mac Allen sockets. These look like Torx bits, but they're not. I think they got one more rib on them, or the ribs are different. They're for working on fuel pumps. Let's see here. Got some more wobble sockets down there, metric and standard, snap-on, mostly all snap-on and Mac in this, right in this section right here. Tap sockets, weatherhead sockets, extensions. You notice I don't have a lot of ratchets. I mean, I got a 3/8 snap-on, a proto. I got a lot of extensions though. Got a lot of extensions, long 3/8 extensions. But anyway, moving on. We're gonna make this video quick. This is my first video I've ever posted on YouTube, so I'm probably not doing my best. This right here is just standard wrenches. It's a little packed in here, but I make it work. Craftsman Industrial. Ain't too many people I've seen have these. Made in the USA. I have nothing wrong with Craftsman tools. These are the first set of snap-on wrenches I bought right here. But when I started my career, I've had these probably, shoot, every bit of 25 years. They've held up good. The chrome is coming off of that one right there, but oh well, I've never broke none. Anyway, I got stubby metrics in here and stubby standards all the way up to an inch. I didn't have nowhere. I usually don't keep no metric stuff in here, but my drawers are tight. I'm running out of room. But my metrics I usually keep right here. This is all my metric stuff right here. Metrics right here, miscellaneous metrics. And then I got my metric stubbies down there. I didn't really have no place to put them. Moving on, pliers. This is basically my plier drawer. Ain't nothing fancy. Snap-on. I really like the snap-on tiling grips, I guess you call them. Any of the snap-on stuff is great. It's wonderful. The Mac stuff back here is kind of cheesy. But this is some Cornwell stuff right here. This kind of cheap and cheesy too, but I make it work. I just bought another set of these. These are great. If nobody has the multi-cuts, they're awesome. You can put spare blades in the handle, and it just worked great. You should have seen what my old pair looked like. It was just demolished. I mean, the blade basically cut through this hard plastic over time, and it broke. And I just decided to get a new pair versus trying to fix it. But moving on. Just bought that exhaust hanger remover pliers. But anyway, I've worked on some big hydraulics in my day, and I needed two 30-inch crescent wrenches for these big ass hydraulic lines. I used to work on vibratory hammers and impact hammers and stuff like that, and they had big hydraulic 2.5-inch hydraulic lines on it. But anyway, Nipex pliers, basically some cable cutters, some crimpers for some batteries, pipe wrenches or whatnot. But anyway, moving on. Oh yeah, chain wrench. If y'all got chain wrenches out there, I actually bought an extra chain and put this extra chain on it. It's long as hell. I don't know. I think it'll probably do something probably 9 or 10 inches in diameter. But yep, that's a chain wrench right there. Moving on. Air tool drawer. All this stuff is self-explanatory. Snap-on, 1/2-inch guns, 3/8 guns, 1/2-inch air drill, Ingersoll Rand, die grinders, 90-degree Cornwell drill or whatnot. I put this little piece of wood in here, and I drilled it to the drawer, and drilled into the wood to organize my stuff better. And then I made this little framework right here to kind of separate the stuff. I try to make my stuff work for me, because I don't have the money to buy. I do have the money to buy a new box, but I don't see the need to. I try to organize it the best I can. 3/4 drive stuff. What brand is this? Master Mechanic. That's a broken 1.5 inches. Believe it or not, 3/4 drive Milwaukee Impact did that. And I know I'm not supposed to use chrome sockets on the Impact, but I do what I got to do to get the job done. GP Allen sockets. These are like no name, but I ain't never broke none. This is a GP. But all this stuff right here is GP. Anyway, I killed this gun, and I just never got the parts for it. I ended up buying one of them. But anyway, that's my 3/4 drive drawer. Moving down. Big wrenches. I think up to 2.5. Up to 2.5. A lot of that stuff is Harbor Freight. A lot of the bigger wrenches. I mean, I got some snap-ons in there, some Protos in the back, Faycom. Faycom's a really nice wrench. But anyway, I do whatever I gotta do to get the job done. Michigan International tool. I actually broke one of these. I think it was 1.5 inches. I replaced it with a Sunex. But anyway, moving down. I got a big ass Faycom 75mm Faycom in the back. Moving down. Miscellaneous stuff in there. I ain't going through all that shit. Cooling system, pressure tester, taps and dies. I got more taps and dies on the bottom. Little digital torque wrench. This is something new that I bought. That's probably the newest thing I got in my toolbox. I'll show it off to you, I reckon. I'll set you guys down for a minute. There it is. A little 1/4 inch torque angle. Man, that thing was expensive, but it's worth it. All right, moving on. I got a Husky click type torque wrench. It is all metal, and then I got a snap-on click type on the bottom. I've had for years. I've had both these for years. I've had all this shit for years and years and years. But extractor set, left-hand drill bit, stuff like that. I got big ass snap ring pliers. Blue Point don't make these no more. They're actually made by Lang. I don't know why Snap-on stopped making them, but you got your bits there, and you can angle your bits any which way you want. I don't know if you can see that. See the little teeth in it, and you can turn the bits however you need to get the job done. It does external and internal. That's a good tool. I've used this a lot. All right, moving on. I got a flaring kit in there, power probe, set of Milwaukee hole saws. Anyway, we're moving on. We ain't going through all that. This is part of my electrical drawer. I don't keep my meter in here. I got a service truck full of shit, and this is just what I keep, extra test leads and stuff like that, and some picks and some small screwdrivers. Stuff I've never even opened that or used that. Back probe kit. Anyway, little battery terminal crimp tool. Some professional grade rubber splicing tape. Anyway, that's part of my electrical stuff. More tap and dies, big ass drill bits. Yeah, moving on. Pump wrenches and fan clutch wrenches. These are a must if you're working on power strokes, older power strokes, anything with a fan clutch. These really come in handy. And hydraulic. If you're working a lot of hydraulics in tight areas, these are El Cheapos, but they work. They're made by Grip. This ain't something that you're gonna break. You know what I mean? You can only put so much torque on this thing unless you got a pipe on it, or you're smacking it with a hammer. But yeah, moving on. Punches I've made. This used to be an extension right here. I think this was made by Williams. Yeah, this was a Williams 3/4 drive extension, and I cut the end off and welded that for use it as a punch. I got all kinds of punches in here. A big ass piece of aluminum. You can tell that thing's been beat on. Here's another 3/4 drive extension I broke, and I've made that into a punch. I haven't welded the end on it yet, but she's been smacked on. Anyway, moving on, wedges. Wedges for driving stuff apart. I got some, what's down in there? I line up bars and all different kinds of stuff. Anyway, moving on. We ain't going on all that. I can't get the damn door closed now. Hammers. I don't have a whole lot of hammer. I used to have the nicest hammer I ever used was a Snap-on 32-ounce hammer, and that thing sprouted legs and walked off. But I had that for years. The anti-vibe stuff ain't bad. I've had this for years, probably over 20 years. That's probably my third one. I do blow the guts out of them. Just old school. I just put some handles on these. But pin hammer. If you ain't got a pin hammer, guys, these things work great for driving out stuff where you ain't gonna bust your knuckles. Brass. I've had this for a long time. I beat on that thing. This was almost shaped as like a point almost on each end. You could tell that thing's been hammered on. Anyway, moving on. More stuff. More boxes of stuff. O-ring kits, fuel line disconnects, another O-ring kit, spark plug socket stuff. I ain't digging all this shit. We moving on. Matter of fact, we're gonna put this back. All right, moving on. Chisels, all this shit self-explanatory. Shit that I made, like this was basically a wrench, and I made it into a seal driver. I've used it for years, just how small it is for really small seals, driving in small seals. I mean, you can make your own punches, guys. But it is good to have a quality set of punches. I do have the Snap-on Master punch set, but sometimes you got to make stuff work. Like this right here, I think was a breaker bar at one time, and I made this into a punch. But anyway, scrapers. Moving on. Roll pin punches. These are excellent roll pin punches. Snap-on makes some of the greatest roll pin punches, and when I break them, they replace them, no questions asked. All right, more taps, files, brake spoons and stuff. This right here is an excellent tool. If you're doing some big spindles and stuff, you got some fucked up threads, this right here, this thread chaser is awesome. It's made by OTC, and you got to buy these extra. This is the metric. These are the metric dies. So I have the standard dies and the metric dies. This thing I've had for years, and it saved my butt. Anyway, putting this shit back. Moving on. Get it back in there. All right. These are metric taps right here. I try to keep my metric taps separate from my standard stuff. So I probably got metric in here. My shit's all out of whack. But moving on. Snap ring pliers. I don't have a whole lot of snap ring stuff, but snap ring pliers, nut drivers, and I basically never use these things. These things didn't get pulled out of the case. These things are old too. They're probably, I think I bought them at a yard sale. Look, they're just sitting in the the toolbox, the heat has gotten to them, and they've basically melted, or they look like they're bent. I don't know if you guys can see that. Look how it's bent. And I don't even use them. They just get like that sitting in the... Let's see if we can find another one. Yeah, this one's got a bend in it too. But anyway, we'll talk about some Harbor Freight stuff. I bought these at Harbor Freight. I think I paid like, I don't know, probably 10 bucks for them. And they're internal, external snap ring pliers, depending on how you want to set it up. And I got these little mini. I needed some minis. I didn't have the minis. I think the smallest one I got is this Blue Point right here. But I needed some real small ones. I don't know if you can see. I'm not taking it all out the pack, but they ain't bad for 10 bucks. As much as I use them. I think I got them for the motorcycle. That's what I got them for. But moving on. Snap-on, dial indicator. I got 6-inch caliper in there. Ejector height gauge for 871. 671 Detroits. Setting up Detroits. This is what you need to push a fuel pump off a 3208 Cat engine. You got this, and you got there is a timing tool in here for that too. I just basically stuffed it all in here. We'll go over all that stuff later. I'm just making a video right now. This is my first video. I'm just giving you a quick toolbox tour. Hydraulic caps, numerous caps, plugs, flange plates for hydraulic lines, flange hydraulic lines. This is part of my, this is actually where I keep like filter wrenches and stuff. I got filter wrenches all over the place, but this is part of the drawer. Moving on. Pullers. There's a lot of shit in here. I know it don't, this little drawer looks small, but I gotta basically dump this shit out to find the piece I'm looking for, because I don't have no Master Series or no Epic toolbox to organize it up properly, but I make it work. Anyway, we ain't going through that. Moving on down. All right, this is my I'm just gonna give y'all a rundown. I ain't gonna talk about this shit. Boop, 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 boop. This is pretty cool. Not too many people have these. Anybody tell me what this is? I'll give you a... Anybody tell me what this is right here? Let's see if I can open it up. Give y'all a sneak peek. Give y'all a sneak peek of the tool. Let me know in the comments what you think this is. Alright, putting this shit back. Alright, moving on. Video getting too long, I can feel it. A lot of this stuff I kept on a service truck. I used to be a road mechanic for about 10 years. So that's one of the tools I kept on the service truck. These are really awesome for getting in really tight places. I got these off the Cornwell truck. They're the extra long deburring bits. Matter of fact, I got this whole kit off the Cornwell truck. It's not a bad kit, and it's fairly priced. Alright, but you're not too many people got a set of these. 1-inch drive Allen sockets. Go all the way up to 1 3/8. The one I've used most in this box is probably the 3/4 And the 1 inch, I've used the 1 inch. The 1 inch will cut you as sharp as them edges are. I've used the hell out the 1 inch. All right, I used to. I don't use it much no more. All right. I apologize if I ain't actually holding the camera or my cell phone right filming this stuff. Like I said, I'm a rookie. Miscellaneous stuff, more snap ring pliers. I really don't use them snap ring pliers as much as I use the ones that are the ones I just showed you, the Blue Point ones. Got a lot of junk. This is my paint and body drawer. I used to paint equipment. I don't do much painting no more. Hydraulic fittings, test equipment, stuff like that for testing hydraulic stuff. Moving on. Alright, this is the heavy drawer. This is 1 inch drive stuff right here. These are 3/4 drive, deep, metric, I think. Oh shit. These are standard. I bought these off the Mack truck. These are the Expert brand. They're not bad. They go up to 2 inch. They're deep wells. I didn't have no deep wells, that I needed them for something long time ago. I try not to use none of this shit now. Pittsburgh Harbor Freight stuff on the all this right here is Harbor Freight. Of course, not the snap-on ratchet, but all this stuff on the bottom Harbor Freight. That's snap-on stuff right there. Snap-on extension and adapter, Harbor Freight stuff. Anyway, oh, I got this right here is metric 3/4 drive. I think goes up to like 50 millimeter. They're actually shallow. I'm not digging that heavy shit out. Gotta get it in there. That's a heavy drawer. I double railed it. You can tell the little bit of drawer sag. But these snap-on boxes, man, they hold the weight. Right. Going in here, snap-on jump box, 12 and 24. And I got a load tester in the back. I got a DA back there, a jitterbug, sandpaper, mud hog, respirator, stuff for painting and doing body work. All right, moving on. This is the most ugliest toolbox on YouTube, but this is my setup. I've had these boxes for probably about 18 years. I've had this set up. I started out with some Craftsman boxes, but I got a real good deal on all this stuff. My dad gave me that. I think I paid $750 for this locker right here. Rimline was the name of the company that used to build this box. I think they build gun safes and stuff like that, but I used to have it sitting next to a bay door, and I think the sun just basically faded the paint out, and I tried to clean it with something, and I mean, there ain't no polishing or nothing that'll take this off. It's just basically just ruined, but it holds my tools. I built a little frame for it, put some 6-inch casters on it, and come down here. I paid $1,800 for this snap-on box, and got the top with it for free. I bought it used off the Mack truck, but I've double railed all the drawers. Every drawer that I could double rail, I've double railed it. As you can see, that double railing your drawers is going to make everything last longer, and it'll support the extra weight. You see how easy that drawer slides? I don't know if y'all seen that. Look at that, how easy that is. That right there is a lot of weight in that drawer. But anyway, I built this little hideaway right here. I built out some 1.5 inch angle and basically puts a bunch of junk in there and stuff like that. And I bent this piece of diamond plate and heated it up and bent it with a crescent wrench just to kind of like, I don't know, it kind of uniforms. It keeps everything uniform. I paid $1,000 for this box right here. It's been good to me. I paid like $250, $300 for this top though. That top didn't come with it. And it's upside down because I beat the shit out of it and worked off of it. And the back side is so messed up, I flipped it to the good side, but I work off of my stuff. Of course, I've made this little hutch out of some shit laying around the shop. I mean, I had a TV setting up here, and I don't know, I was bored one day. It's not the greatest thing, but I kind of like it. Oh, I didn't show y'all my I got a power inverter in there for testing circuits. I didn't tell you about that, but this is a 13 volt inverter that runs off of 110 at 20 amp continuous. And what I got here is I got it on a cord reel, and I got basically 13 volts right here. I could test relays with it, or anything I want to test with it. Anything I want to put 12 volts on, that right there will do it. See, let's say 12 volt, 20 amp continuous circuit. But anyway, closing that bag up. All right, but that's it, guys, for today. I built this little tray right here, I don't know, years ago, and I got a air hose cord hanging from it, but I don't have it hooked up right now. I tell you what though, this 110 this 110 right here, this, I don't know what you call this, I forgot, but damn, I went blank. When Mac Tools has these on sale for $100, bam! This is an excellent addition to put on it for any top. Like if you don't have a power top, this is excellent for $100, and it looks clean. It looks good. But that's it for this box right here, and we'll get into this roll cart, and we'll get into this toolbox, and we'll get into this game box, and we'll get into this locker next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.